Hello and welcome. I'm Rick.
I'm Nikki.
And this is the weekly Roundup. We've rounded up the latest theme park news, and we have a lot to talk about. First, let me welcome some new Flixsters, some people supporting the team via Patreon and channel memberships. We have Dustin Spillman as one of Nikki's rock stars. And then new producers Brandon Wilder and Jesse Washam. Thanks for joining. And then supporters Spencer Lay, Devin Capper, Jack Proctor, and Ryan. Help me with that last name.
McKelvey?
There we go. Thanks so much for joining the team, guys.
Thanks.
We have a lot of Halloween news, theme park Halloween news to get to. But first, we're going to start with a new restaurant at Epcot.
The new fine dining restaurant called Space 220 is set to launch next month. Prepare for liftoff as Space 220 at Epcot is scheduled to begin service in mid-September.
Located near the Mission Space attraction, Space 220 takes fine dining to a whole new level.
The Space 220 restaurant menu will feature stellar dishes and gourmet recipes with 2-course prix-fixe menu for lunch and a 3-course prix-fixe menu for dinner.
Not only that, but I am confident this restaurant has great atmosphere.
I'm sure it's out of this world, too.
Prepare for liftoff. It's getting ready to launch. We had a lot of puns in there. Also opening in September, a new Walt Disney World hotel, the Swan Reserve. This 14-story hotel is scheduled to open in late September 2021 with 349 guest rooms.
There will be 2 presidential suites, 149 spacious suites, the hotel's own signature restaurant and bar, lobby lounge, grab-and-go market, health club, and pools.
Visitors to Disney's theme parks are noticing increased crowds, and that's by plan. Corporate leaders are continuing to increase capacity as the year goes on.
Which makes sense because of, Disney's 50th anniversary celebration.
Mm-hmm. But the reservation system still remains. And also, still no fast passes. And now, on to all the theme park Halloween news. SeaWorld Orlando Hallows-scream, they just announced another haunted house.
The park has added a house called Water's Edge Inn.
From the moment you arrive, you can feel that something is terribly wrong. Every crumbling hallway and decaying room is crawling with restless souls. SeaWorld Hallows-scream will also feature a new scare zone called Deadly Ambush.
Mm-hmm. The setting is a campground in 1961 where creatures emerge from the darkness.
SeaWorld Hallows-scream also announced a new live show called Siren Song, featuring special effects and dancing.
I kind of like how SeaWorld has a lot of their scare zones and their houses are water-based themed in some way, like campgrounds, around a lake or, I like the vibe they're going for. I see it. I see the theme.
Yeah, I get it. It makes sense. And this is their first Hallows-scream. So.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see it.
SeaWorld and water goes together.
It really does.
Busch Gardens Tampa, not to be left out of the haunted house news, also announced the house.
Right. It's called The Witch of the Woods. Curiosity has brought many travelers into the dark forest, but only bone-chilling stories and dying screams make their way out.
With each step deeper into the woods, the prospect of survival quickly fades.
Human sacrifices are chased to the witch's altar, where dark fates are sealed with more than spells.
And then there was Universal Orlando. They weren't happy announcing a house or two. They did a whole big old data dump.
Here it all is.
Here's the rest of Halloween Horror Nights for you. So they announced 5 more houses.
Yes.
The 5 scare zones and the 2 shows.
So here's the houses that they released last week. Welcome to Scary, Horror in the Heartland. Case Files Unearth, Legendary Truth. The Wicked Growth, Realm of the Pumpkin. Puppet Theater, Captive Audience. Revenge of the Tooth Fairy.
And here are the scare zones. Crypt TV. 30 Years, 30 Fears. And then we have Seek and Destroy. Gorewood Forest. And then Lights, Camera, Haction, Eddie's Revenge. And then the last bit of information they released was about the 2 shows.
So the Lagoon Show, Marathon of Mayhem, Carnage Factory, and the second one being Halloween Nightmare Fuel.
Which will be in the old Fear Factor Stadium. Now, despite that big old data dump, there is still speculation on whether or not there will be an 11th house. And here's why. If you go to the Halloween Horror Nights website, they've had these 10 boxes that would say coming soon, and then as the house was announced, it would fill up with a little thumbnail of the house.
Correct.
At one point, an 11th box was added.
Yes, and it's been there, and then it was taken away for a little bit, and then I thought it came back on, and now it's gone again.
Well, the last time I checked, just a day or two ago, it had the 11th box.
Right.
But then after this data dump of houses, it went away. So all 10 boxes are filled, and there's no 11th box.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's just like they realized, oh no, that's too big of a clue. We have to take this box away so we can surprise people. So I don't know what to think.
I don't know. Are we going to let people down now if there's just 10?
Yeah. I'm going to be disappointed now.
Oh, no, Rick.
So,
oh, goodness. I'm happy with 10. I'm happy we're still having it.
I don't know what... I'm going to say I'm 51%.
Oh.
51% thinks there will be an 11th house. 49% says we're done.
I think we're done.
Okay. We'll see how that turns out.
Okay. At Islands of Adventure, All Hallows Eve Boutique is now open.
The Lost Continent
That's right.
is where that kind of like... It's kind of like a Halloween Horror Nights tribute store. A lot of the Halloween Horror Nights merchandise is in there. So it's unique to have it at Islands as well.
It's convenient because sometimes you want to get that Halloween Horror Nights merch, but you don't want to walk all the way over to the other park. So it's conveniently there.
Or some people, maybe they only have the one park. Maybe they only have a pass or a ticket for Islands of Adventure. And it's an easy way for them to get a HHN merch as well.
I like it.
So we'll check that out later in the week. And what do you say, Nikki? Does all that spooky news get you excited for the season?
Oh, definitely.
The season has technically already started.
It sure has. What, the Boo Bash?
Boo-boo. Boo-boo. What am I, Yogi Bear?
Hey, Boo Boo.
Boo Bash.
Yes, Boo Bash.
Has started at the Magic Kingdom. And, boy, it's early for Halloween, though.
It sure is. I still feel like it's summer.
Yeah.
I mean, school just started for us here in Florida. Like, this past week, it just started, and now we got Boo Bash.
I think Boo Bash actually started before the school started.
Oh, my goodness.
And now on to a segment we like to call You Be Trippin'.
You be trippin'.
Actually, I'm the only one who likes to call it that.
I think so.
Time for You Be Trippin', where we discuss what happened in last week's road trip, Rix road trip. Last week's episode was what? An airboat and alligator tour?
Right, of the Everglades.
Yeah, Everglades. Down when we had our Marco Island vacation, we went on down through the Everglades, hopped in an airboat. Some excitement ensued. It's not an incident.
Nope.
Something very dramatic happened, though.
A jump scare, at least for us.
So, if you want to check out that video, I will leave a link to it. And when you're there, click the subscribe button. Subscribe to Rix Road Trips. A lot of fun stuff to do in Florida besides the theme parks. Some really cool stuff. Okay, before we get to questions and answers, we have a wand to show you.
Yes.
There's a little bit of a story to this wand. I was doing a live stream this past Wednesday. And at the very end, I was getting notification from the comments like, hey, stop, Rick, stop leaving. Go to Hard Rock. Someone has a wand for you from the New York City Harry Potter store.
Right. It's actually pretty exciting from what I understand. The way you told the story was great.
It was very intense. Well, you had pressure on me. It's not going to be so exciting for this story.
Oh, well, okay.
I'm not doing the whole. I'm doing a condensed version.
Okay.
But anyway, they told me to stop, turn around, go find this lady who had a wand for me. This whole family. So I went and I started to go to the Hard Rock Cafe. And people saying, no, it's the hotel. So I started to go to the hotel, and then it started to rain. And then my phone got a 20% power warning. And then people started telling me, oh no, we think she's at the cafe, Hard Rock Cafe. So I'm turning back to go back to the cafe. And then people are like, no, it's the hotel. So I'm just stuck, like, in the middle.
And then you're thinking, are you getting punked?
Yes.
Like, is this person really real?
Is this a real person trying to give me a wand?
Happening?
Or is Aston Kutcher trying to punk me? But eventually, the sun finds me.
Right. And we've met them before, in fact.
I've actually ridden Hagrid's with that family.
Exactly. They're the sweetest family ever.
So I wasn't being punked.
Right.
But we started to go walk towards the Hard Rock, and he actually ran from Portofino Bay.
Wow.
They were on the water taxi, and they were just commenting, "Oh, we're at the Hard Rock," anticipating the boat getting there, and then able to walk to Hard Rock. But he ran from Portofino Bay to find me. So
that is some effort.
Walking back to the Hard Rock, and then as soon as we get inside, like the little lobby area, we found the mom with the bag of all the stuff from the New York City Harry Potter store,
awesome.
The wand and everything.
Yes.
We get inside because it's raining now. It's raining pretty good. As soon as we start to open the bag, I get all types of connection issues with the live stream. It starts to lag. It starts to blur. I lose connection completely. So I did show the wand that way, and then later on I went further down the sidewalk when I was done meeting with the family and tried to show it again. But for those of you who missed it, and just to give you a better look at it, here is the Snitch wand from the Harry Potter store in New York. And you can only get it there, I believe. Mm-hmm. So take a look at it. Nikki's going to read the little card that came with it.
All right. The Golden Snitch. Inspired by the delicate winged Quidditch ball, the Golden Snitch wand features the exclusive object with its aerodynamic wings, the prize catch for any fan of Quidditch. This wand is designed for those always on the move.
So there you go. Thank you so much to that Jersey family for dropping off that wand to me, and all the excitement that went along with it. A lot of people on live stream were very invested. They wanted to see what happened, and I felt so bad the moment we got to the pinnacle.
The big reveal.
The connection started dying, so there you go.
Oh, you never know what's going to happen on a live stream. There's always something.
Yeah.
Always something ridiculous with
But anyway, thank you to that family from New Jersey for dropping that off, and we'll see you in the future. I seem to see them every time they're down, so.
That's awesome.
And now we have a few questions and answers.
Okay. Or no rumors, huh?
No rumors.
No rumors today.
Well, I did a whole video on rumors, so go check out. I did a video on a rumor. I did a live stream on that rumor. So go back and a couple videos and see what that was. It's all about Zelda and Poseidon's Fury.
That's true. Yeah. I don't like being a part of those videos. Yeah. Those are too controversial for me.
So let's just go to
questions and answers. Here we go. First one is from Stacy. Do you think Universal will bring back pass holder exclusive nights like they did a few years back, where they close the park in the evening to everyone else unless you are an annual pass holder?
Well, I don't think so. It is pass holder appreciation days now. That's happening right now.
Yeah.
It was a few years back that they had like the night where it was just the park was closed and it was only for pass holders.
Right.
I don't believe they're doing that this year.
Right. Well, on the Facebook page for annual pass holders, someone did ask the question of
if they're going to have it.
Yes, and Universal did respond and say no, not this year.
Okay.
So it's kind of beneficial.
So they now no special night for us, but they do have,
But who knows? Yeah, but who knows in the future though? I mean, just not this year. Maybe in the future. Yeah. Who knows? All right. Next one is from Dwight and Lacey. My wife and I are visiting Universal in September. We will arrive at 9 a.m. and be staying at Royal Pacific. We have a park ticket for our arrival day, but I am curious what we can do with our luggage as we don't have a car. Is there some sort of check-in service at Royal Pacific?
Yeah, I think all the hotels you can just check in and leave your luggage and then go enjoy the park.
Oh, definitely.
While your room's getting ready.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Should be no issue.
Mm-hmm. All right, number 3 is from Susan. Question about being an annual pass holder. Can we purchase a 3-park preferred pass so we can get some Volcano Bay days in and then swap it to a 2-park premier pass so we can get some after 4 p.m. express? The 3-park premier is a bit too expensive. So would we be handing over... Oh, we would be handing over additional money, so I assume it would be okay.
Okay, so...
Sorry, I
summarize real fast. They're going to have the 3-park preferred for a few days. That way they get Volcano Bay. But then they want to switch over to the 2-park premier. So I believe you can do that. I believe that will work. I don't know for sure. I've never tried it. But technically that is an upgrade. You're going from preferred to premier. And there is a price difference that they're going to have to pay.
Right.
So I believe that will work.
Okay.
I like the cut of your jib. I like that.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know if that works out for you. All right, number 4 is from Jessica. Could you maybe do an updated comparison of the Disney versus Universal annual pass holders and help us make a decision? By the way, we have a 1-year-old son, if that makes a difference.
Well, actually, I think having the 1-year-old does make a difference.
I do too.
If you're trying to decide between a Disney annual pass and a Universal with a 1-year-old, I would lean towards Disney.
Right, just because you can get on so many more rides. It's
Yeah.
so much more family friendly in terms of having a little one.
Yeah, Universal has, of course, Seuss Landing, and they have the Kid Zone. Seuss Landing and Islands of Adventure. The Kid Zone is in Studios. But still, there's a lot of height requirements.
Yeah, there is.
Disney, there's a lot of Disney rides that really don't have a height requirement. I've seen like babies on like Dumbo.
Right.
So for that reason, because of the 1-year-old, I would say Disney. Now when our kids were younger, they primarily did Disney. I mean, we still had Universal, but when they were younger, it was more Disney parks than Universal. Though we did both.
And it also depends on you guys. I mean, too, if you are, diehard Universal fans and you just do child swap,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
you could always do that as well. So,
Or grandma's in town, babysitter for the kid. You go to the parks.
That's true. And see, the thing about it too is that Universal is easier to get into. You can just decide to go that morning if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Disney takes a lot of preparation, and if you're a very well prepared person and you want to plan it all out, do that. Yeah. Do the Disney side of things. But if you just kind of like you wake up and you just want to go to a theme park that day, your Universal might be a little bit more accessible. Let's just say.
The conditions they have now with having to make a park reservation, you're right.
Yeah, it's definitely challenging.
But I would say from the general rule of having a 1-year-old, and you being at the park with the 1-year-old, probably Disney for a little bit.
Number 5 is from Travis. If you ever come to South Georgia, check out Stephen C. Foster State Park in Fargo, Georgia. They have cottages available to rent or a campsite. This is the west entrance to the
Okefenokee.
Oh my, really?
Right.
Okefenokee. Yeah, that's
the Okefenokee Swamp. I've heard of it, so.
Really?
Yeah.
It sounds fake. Sorry. That's cool, though. I like the name. Okay, Okefenokee Swamp. You can take a boat tour, rent a boat, canoe. No, not canoes. Or kayak and see the beauty of this place.
So not really a question, but I did want to include that because of Rick's road trips. I do take suggestions on cool places to visit.
Absolutely.
Now, we're starting more in Florida. And kind of working our way out. And Georgia's not too far.
No.
But yeah, if you have some cool places you would like me to visit for Rick's road trips, by all means, send me that information.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, and don't we love hearing Nikki say Okefenokee?
Okefenokee Swamp.
Send me some information on cool places to visit.
All right.
This is on the list, by the way. I did put this on my list of places.
Yeah, definitely. All right, next one is from John. We are staying 5 days at Disney and 2 at Universal. Do you have any park strategies for those of us staying at Universal in September but are not interested in HHN?
Yeah, and John actually has multi-questions here, so these are kind of the 3 main questions.
Okay.
So let's do it one at a time. Let's handle that one.
Okay, so what is your recommendation for transferring from Universal to Disney? Our current plan is simply an Uber ride.
Yes, go with Uber. Don't you think?
Yeah. Next one, any word on a soft opening for Ratatouille, and if there is one, how do we find out? We'll be there for just a few days before the official opening, and we're hoping to snag a ride.
Yes, so the official opening is October 1st. He's there that last week in September or something.
Right.
Real close to it, but not there on the actual day.
September has had annual pass holder and DVC member signups, as well as cast member signups. So a lot of those dates that they're open and seem to be running, you actually have to sign up for. Yeah. And a lot of the dates and times are, and plus in one of those 3 groups as DVC, pass holder or cast member.
Right.
So I don't know. You might get lucky, but
I doubt it. I think they're mainly going to go with that reservation system for a preview.
Yeah. But
I
it's
mean,
worth a try.
Keep checking.
Yeah, exactly. If you're
But-
there and they just happen to open it up.
I think it was asking if I had heard anything, but I haven't heard of them doing that. I just know they're doing the reservation for pass holder, DVC, and cast members.
Yep. All right.
This one here.
Nope, that was it. That was the Ratatouille.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
Well, what was the other part of the question?
Strategy for staying at Universal in September but not going to HHN. That was the first question.
Oh. You have any strategies for that?
Do Universal first, like if you're coming for the day, and then I guess they start clearing out the park around 5 o'clock for
Yeah.
studio side.
Yeah.
So start at studios in the morning, do all those, and then as soon as that starts to get towards HHN time, slide over
Yeah.
to Islands of Adventure, and then have the rest of your fun day there.
Yeah, because I check sometimes. I didn't check every date, but they'll usher you out of studios around 5. And then you'll have another 4 hours or so at Islands of Adventure.
Right. So,
So you want to start at studios first thing in the morning.
exactly, and then slide over.
Yeah. All right.
Exactly.
Okay. I think we answered all John's stuff.
All right, next one is from Jason. Are HHN food items like the pizza fries available during the day, or are they only available during the actual HHN hours?
Pizza fries, twisted taters. Typically, that's going to be just for Halloween Horror Nights, not during the day, not for daytime guests.
Right. Now, last year they had it at Louis, right? They had the pizza fries at Louis during the day. But
it was
again,
weird
it was
last year.
weird last year.
They had houses
So-
open during the day. They didn't have an official Halloween Horror Nights. But for this year, I would not anticipate having any of the specialty food or drinks available for daytime guests.
Yeah.
Only HHN ticket holders during the event.
Right. But who knows? Things always change. But that's
Yeah,
our
sure.
that's our best prediction. That's what we would, in years past, I think that's how it was handled. So okay. Next one is from Brian. Does Universal Studios Orlando app show wait times for HHN houses?
Yes, they do.
Not 100% accurate 100% of the time.
But there's a
But-
different menu you go to. It's the same app. You just go to the Halloween Horror Nights menu. And it'll show you the wait times for the houses.
That's right.
And that was the last question.
That was the last question.
Woo! All right, a lot of stuff today.
We
A lot of
did
good
it.
Stuff.
Yeah, good stuff.
Glad I had you with me for this one, Nikki. But I guess say the stuff you say.
Don't miss the magic, don't miss the fun.
And I'll say the stuff I say. Thanks for watching Rix Flix, and now it's time to relax.